how I feel about the sun. So bright. And then I got this blonde hair. And I feel like I look super duper shiny. See if I can fix it. Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. I'm Crystal Divine Queen. This is my indigenous. Oh, this is not my indigenous lifestyle. That's my other YouTube channel. If y'all want to check it out, my indigenous lifestyle. This is evolving into her. I am Crystal Divine Queen. Welcome to my channel. This is my digital documentary of my evolution into the version of myself that I see in my mind, vibrating at my highest experience during my human experience. Okay, I just had a message. I feel like this could be beneficial and eye-opening to a goddess out there who is like me, desiring to tap into that goddess frequency and evolve into her. You might be in a position where you're saying you want these things, you're saying you want all these great things, you want to change, you want to upgrade your life, you want to level up, you want to become a high value woman, you know, all the things that they gotta say and becoming that girl, all that stuff right now, but your actions don't match. And you may feel stuck and you may feel like, oh, I really don't know why. Well, let me tell you why, okay? You are not ready to evolve into her. You're not. You're just not. You say you are, but you're not. And I'm not here to make anybody feel bad about anything. I am not here to put a goddess down. I am speaking from experience. I have gone through these situations and it's taken me some time to realize that I never got anywhere. I never got any results because I was not ready to evolve. I said I was. It sounded good, but I was not ready to evolve. I was not ready to put the work in. So I want to share just off top some of the things that I realized were in my way and preventing me from evolving into this version of myself that I see in my mind. So let's get right on into it. Signs you are not ready to evolve into her. Remember, her, whenever you hear me reference her on this channel, I'm talking about the version that you have in your mind of yourself at your highest vibration during your human experience, or the version that I see in my mind that I'm trying to evolve into as we speak, that I am evolving into as I speak. Okay, signs you're not ready to evolve. Number one, you're easily distracted. You are easily distracted. You are constantly distracted. You're always putting yourself in situations that distract you from focusing on yourself, getting your priorities in order, and just taking control of your life. A distraction could be anything, honey. A distraction could be hanging out with your friends. It could be your relationship with your man. It could be going out partying every weekend. It could be smoking, drinking. Your family could be a distraction. Your children could be a distraction. Watching TV could be a distraction. Binge watching TV all day, you distracting yourself. Gossiping, being in drama, fighting women over men, fighting girls for your friends, like all of that. Dying to be out on the scene, being in the know, shopping. I mean, the list goes on and on as far as what can distract you. But if you are easily distracted, if you are easily distracted and you are constantly distracted, then that is a sign you are not ready to evolve. And if you're having trouble figuring out, well, okay, how do I know if I just like to shop or I'm distracting myself with shopping? Look at it like this. A distraction is anything that prevents you from focusing on yourself. A distraction is anything that prevents you from putting yourself first. So if you know that you need to focus on yourself, going out shopping every day, every weekend when you get paid, instead of taking that money to invest in yourself, then you're distracting yourself from actually doing the work. If your friends is always the one who are saying, you know, come on, this is weekend, we gotta go shopping, we gotta get our outfits for the club this weekend. Instead of you doing what you know you should be doing, you probably shouldn't be going out, and you definitely don't have the funds to shop because you maybe want to save for something else, or there's something else that you truly desire that can really elevate and upgrade your life. But instead, every weekend you indulge with your friends to go shopping, go out to the club, then you're distracting yourself from putting you first. So that's the first thing. We all get distracted. I'm not going to sit here and say that in order to evolve into this version that you want to be and desire to be, that that you have to completely, have a wall up against any distractions, but it's if you're easily distracted. Like if someone they don't even really have to put forth the effort to talk you into spending that last $20 on weed. If a guy can come around and easily get your phone number and talk you into a relationship, and now he living at your house, and then y'all break up, and then it's a new man and a new man and a new man, new relationship, then you're consistently distracting yourself from just being alone and focusing on you. Okay, so that's number one. Second sign would be ignoring signs from God, ignoring signs from source, and disregarding your intuition. Listen, as women, we are intuitive beings. Don't ever let somebody tell you that a woman's intuition isn't real. It's just something we made up. It's in our minds. Don't listen to that. Don't believe that. Don't buy into that. We are intuitive by nature, and what we're listening to is source. What we're listening to, what we feel, that voice, the urge, those feelings, that guidance, that is God, honey. That is the God within you speaking to you. And as women, we are naturally in tune to that. We are naturally attuned to a higher frequency. Women's intuition is real because women are God. But that's a whole nother conversation. Goddesses, let's stay on track, okay? If you are ignoring signs from source and you are disregarding your intuition, that means you're not listening to God. And God speaks subtly, okay? So it may be a situation where you need to question if you can even hear the God within you talking to you, trying to advise you and guide you and warn you and lead you to the path of fulfillment. Can you even hear that? Okay, many factors play into that. Your health, your overall health plays into your ability to be able to hear and be in tune with your soul, with the source within you. Your diet, the things you eat, what you put in your body affect your channel of communication. Your fitness plays a part. Your mental state plays a part. Are you stressed out? Are you worried? Are you afraid? Because all of those things can mess with the mental. You could literally have so much going on in the mental. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what source. You don't know what's stress. You don't know what's the worry, the anxiety. You don't know what's fear, because it's just so much going on. You can't sit still and be calm and pinpoint the voice that's source. So it's either that you can't hear, or sometimes you do hear. And you don't even have to be like a monk to have a clear channel to hear source talking to you. Sometimes you can't hear, but you just ignore it. You just ignore it. So if you're ignoring your intuition and you always find yourself asking for sign, God, give me a sign, give me a sign, give me a sign, and you feel like God is never giving you a sign, that might be that you can't hear, because God is definitely, source is sending you some signs. You're just not, your channel isn't clear. You're not picking up on the connection. So that's number 2. Number 3, I got 5. Number 3, self-sabotaging. If you're self-sabotaging, which could be a multitude of different things, that is a big, major sign that you're not ready to evolve into the highest version of yourself. And the crazy thing about self-sabotage is self-sabotage can go unnoticed. Like that could be like the very last thing you realize before you are ready to evolve into this higher version of yourself. Because self-sabotage, in order to combat that, means you have to be accountable for your actions. That means you have to look in the mirror and realize that everything is your fault. That means you have to stop playing the victim. That means you have to stop pointing the finger at everybody else. And that's hard to do. That is not easy for anybody to do. That is something you literally have to look at your life and realize it's shitty because of you. People ain't out here doing that, because that is not an easy thing to do. What is easy is to blame any and everybody else outside of you for the way that your life is and what happened to you. So self-sabotage, if you're in the pity party, you're playing victim, pointing the finger at everybody else, standing in your own way and not even realizing that you're standing in your own way, making excuses for your poor behavior that's giving you poor performance and poor results, Baby, you self-sabotaging yourself and you are not ready to evolve into the highest version of yourself. Number 4, being a people pleaser. If you are spending your time trying to be accepted, worried about being liked, trying to make everybody happy, putting everybody else first, putting their needs, their wants, their desires, their emotions before yours, because you want to be loved and you want to be accepted, baby, you a people pleaser and you never going to get nowhere. You never going to get nowhere, and you're never going to find satisfaction in trying to make everybody around you happy. That's just not going to happen. Being a people pleaser is a very dangerous thing, because when you do get to a point where you acknowledge that you are a people pleaser and you want to stop, now you got a whole nother obstacle to go through, because people pleasing will twist you so much that when you do start to put yourself first, it will just feel foreign to you. You're going to be feeling like you're selfish, and they're going to be able to make you feel like you're being selfish. You're going to start to feel guilty. They'll be able to put the guilt on you and manipulate you and wing you around to keep on being the people pleaser. And you're going to believe that because you have spent so much of your life being a people pleaser, not being willing to let anybody and anything go. Anybody, let them all go if it comes down to it, because you're choosing you and what you need and what you want and your desires above someone else's. Once you go down the path of people pleasing, it's kind of hard to get out of it. Some people don't really get out of it until they get pissed off. But then some people, they manipulate you so good, you never reach the point where you feel like they're doing you wrong. So now you're in this situation where you feel guilty for just putting you first and having to tell someone else no. Okay, so people pleasing. People pleasing is number 4. And the last one, number 5, lack of discipline. You are not ready to evolve into the highest version of yourself. You are not ready to evolve into her if you have a lack of discipline and you are always chasing instant gratification. If you cannot hold out for the long win, you're not ready to evolve. You're going to stay right where you are. Thing about discipline is wherever you are in life, however much discipline you've had to implement in order to get where you are, this is as far as it's going to take you. And if you want more, you got to discipline more. You got to sacrifice more. You got to be consistent with it. You can't be comfortable. You can't continue to have a lack of discipline for the new and the bigger and the better goals that you want to achieve. And if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're always just wanting to do something easy that's going to bring you instant gratification, then you're definitely not going to get anywhere further. Today's society has really programmed us to want the easy way out. Look around us. Everything that's bad for us is convenient for us, and that is by design. They want us to be dumb. They want us to be lazy. They want us to be undisciplined. They want us to indulge in instant gratification. That's why everything is so convenient and everything is so fast. The population in a whole has the shortest attention span than we ever have. Now, we're lazy, and it's literally our culture. It's the culture of the society we live in today. So those are 5 signs that you are not ready to evolve into her, goddesses. But don't fret, because there's work to do. And the second part of this video, the secret part of this video that you get if you actually made it to this point, is I'm going to give you questions to sit down and ask yourself to help you work through these things. Because if you're watching this video, if you're on my channel, first and foremost, I'm so appreciative of you, and I love you, and I'm grateful, and I don't want to just point out things without handing you a solution. I want to see you evolve into her too, queen. I want to see you evolve into her too, goddess. Okay? So if you find yourself being easily distracted, if you related to that point, some questions to ask yourself is, what am I distracting myself from? What are you distracting yourself from? You know that you're being distracted. You know what distracts you, but why? What part of you, what part of yourself do you not want to face? Why are you in everybody else's faces? For me, when I sat down, when I finally sat my ass down and cut out all the distractions, the friends, the relationships, all the extracurricular activities, and I just got by myself, I was back face to face with the fact that I was not satisfied with my life. And I filled it up with all these distractions, which were really just temporary highs, but none of it was so satisfying. They're temporary highs, so I just keep doing it over and over again. That's what I found out when I sat down and I asked myself those questions. What are you going to find out when you ask yourself the questions? Okay. Number 2, if you found yourself relating to ignoring signs from God and disregarding your intuition, the question that you need to ask yourself is, why am I unable to hear? Remember, a lot of things can affect your channel. What are you eating? Are you eating a bunch of junk food? Are you eating a bunch of meat? I'm not telling you that you have to be a vegan and have a clear channel, but when's the last time you had some water? When's the last time you drank some fruit? When's the last time you ate something raw, like a salad, a meal where nothing has been cooked? Because when we cook food and we steam food, we pull the nutrients out. Food has a life source. Food is alive. Plants, all that's alive. When you cook it or kill it, you have taken away from the life source. So are you putting dead things in your body, or are you putting live things in your body? Are you moving your body? I'm not telling you got to go to the gym 4 days a week. But are you walking? Do you go outside? Do you breathe fresh air? Do you go to the park? Or are you always in the house, breathing the house air instead of the fresh air? What is your mental state like? Are you stressed? Are you worried? Are you anxious? Are you afraid? What can you do to work through that? You got so much going on in your mind right now. When's the last time you meditated? When's the last time you just sat down and didn't say anything and didn't listen to anything and just closed your eyes? Set a timer for 10 minutes every day. You ain't got to know how to meditate. Just sit down in silence and just practice pushing thoughts away. Every time you've noticed yourself thinking about something, push it away. Focus on your breathing. And if you are able to hear and you finding that you're ignoring your intuition, you're not listening to your gut, the question you need to ask yourself is, why do you not trust yourself? Because Source is speaking to you. You are Source. Source is you. And Source is speaking to you, and you don't trust yourself. Why? Why do you not trust it? If you constantly find yourself saying, dang, I should have listened, why do you not trust yourself? Your channel is clear, baby. It's communicated to you. Why are you not listening? Why don't you trust yourself? How have you let yourself down this year, in the past? Maybe you need to make a list of all the times that you can actually remember consciously of the times that you caught yourself saying, dang, I should have listened. So you can start to realize why you don't trust yourself. Number 3, if you find that you are self-sabotaging, if you know you self-sabotage and you don't know where to begin to work through it, some questions that you need to ask yourself is, why do you not think you are worthy of the things that you desire? Why do you think so low about yourself? Why do you feel like this relationship is what you deserve? Why do you feel like these friends are your best friends? The best friends that you can have? Why do you feel like you have to continuously be around family that push you down? Why do you feel like you can't eat a meal without meat in it? Why you feel like you gotta have a glass of milk every morning? I mean, why are you so hard on yourself? Why are you such a perfectionist? Why do you place unrealistic expectations on yourself? Ask yourself, what do you think of yourself? I mean, what do you think of you? Who do you think you are? And I don't mean that in like, oh, who do I think I am? No, like when you see other people, you judge them, judge yourself and see what things come out. You can find out just what you think of yourself subconsciously. Number 4, being a people pleaser. If you find that you are a people pleaser, ask yourself, why is someone else's approval so important to you? Why are you constantly seeking validation for yourself outside of yourself? Why are you not your biggest cheerleader? What makes their opinion so concrete, so factual, so important? Why do you care what anybody else thinks? Why do you care what this specific person thinks? Why do you care about making them happy? Why is their happiness more important than yours? Why are you willing to disregard how you feel just to make them happy? Why are you afraid of being alone? Why do you keep on indulging in things you don't want to do just so they'll stay around? This goes on and on, but these are questions that can get you started with getting to the root of the issue, so you can put yourself into a position, goddess, where you are ready to evolve and outgrow all of these things, okay? Last one, lack of self-discipline, a need and a desire and a constant chasing of instant gratification. What you need to know about self-discipline is self-discipline equates to self-love. What nobody tells you about self-discipline is loving yourself enough to give yourself everything that you ever wanted. So why don't you love yourself? Why aren't you willing to put in the work to give you the things that you want? Why aren't you willing to work hard to get the things that you want? Why are you sitting around waiting for someone else to do the work and give it for you? Why don't you want to give it to yourself? Why are you so fixated on it being hard to get? Do you not realize that it's an illusion to think it's easier to be undisciplined? It's not easier, and it's worse to be undisciplined because you're unhappy. You're contributing to your unhappiness. You're contributing to your soul's demise. You're literally wasting your human experience by not putting in the work to do the things that's going to bring you what you really truly want. And I want you to know that all these things tie in, okay? Because by not having discipline and feeling all those feelings, you go to distract yourself. But that's just a temporary high. All you're really doing is self-sabotaging yourself, because you're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to God. You're not paying attention to the signs that you pray for. You're not trusting your gut instincts. And because you don't value yourself, you're going around being a people pleaser, wanting everyone to value you. So all these things tie in together, okay? But this video has turned out to be longer than I wanted it to be, but I got everything out that I wanted to say. So goddesses, thank you so much for tuning into my video. Make sure that you like this video. If you like it, thumbs up. Like if I said some real shit, like, thumbs up, girl, give me a thumbs up, okay? Share this video. I know you got a friend that need to hear one of these points that I talked about, okay? Share this video and comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if there's something you want to add to it, all right? So thank you, goddesses, for tuning into my video. I love you. I'm so appreciative and grateful, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.